Hey Fuzzy Goat family, Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia on this wonderful Tuesday. So happy to be here with you guys. I have changed up my seat a little bit, so you might have a different angle than I normally have. The chair had been sitting in our window, so it's comfy. I like it's got little armrests. Anyway, all right, April is here. It is upon us. I cannot believe it. Now, I feel like I'm supposed to be shifting to summer knitting, but sort of not ready yet. So I still have a winter one that I'm working on, and of course the shawl that I've been working on. I'll show you that too. But it is getting hot. I was sitting there working on, like, can I put it over here to the side? Anyway, all right. So let's see what I'm going to start with. Let's. Oh yeah, so I got a lot of knitting done. That's why I got distracted. A lot of knitting on my weekend. Our weekend is Sunday and Monday, and so I like to. Hey Andrew, you look. Oh, the key. You taking my car? The keys are in this bag. Sorry, my son just walked in. Either that outside pocket or the outside pocket. Okay, so got lots of knitting done. See ya. No words. I got lots of knitting done, and my other fun thing was I got to play a lot of tennis. So that was a great weekend. We had some rain, which we needed. But since I'm squirreling, let me talk to you about the project, the class that we're getting ready to do is the cardigan class, and it is not virtual, but we would love to have you all knit along with us if you'd like. We're happy to answer questions, and of course I will be mentioning it in my, oh thank you Lynn, Lynn likes my sweater. I'll talk about that in a minute too. Teresa, you all had snow. Oh, so you are not ready for summer knitting, as we might be. Sorry about that. The cardigan. So we decided to do Look Squirrel. It's a DK weight with just a little bit of lace work here and then on the sleeves. But if you'd like to join us and do a knit along, we'd love to do it. I'll be updating you on my Tuesdays as well. So I'm gonna throw that out there. Oh, here it is. I didn't have it with me. The Look Squirrel cardigan. It's got a little something on the sleeve. It's got the seed stitch, which is super fun to do. I like doing it. And up here is the lace work too. So there we go. DK. We've got some really nice DK in. I'll put links up here if you guys want to look at it on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com. Kathy, I bought Look Squirrel after Kim's inspired me last Saturday. Excellent. It's so exciting. It's fun, like when everybody's working on the same thing, and yeah. So I will talk about that in a minute too. All right, let's talk about my projects. I was able to hold off. I'm looking at my note and it's kind of bent. That's why I keep leaning over. I was able to hold off on my casting on. I couldn't do it anymore. So I did cast on, of course, the Look Squirrel project and another one. So I will show you those. But let me start with my shawl that I can't wait to finish. Not that I'll wear it right now, but it's really fun. But it is hot on my lap. I will say that. I'm gonna drop this to the floor. I have finished. There's just a lot of ends here. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but a lot of ends. All right, so look how far I've gotten. Yeah, I finished this whole section up here, and you can see that it's very airy. Yeah, so I finished this section here, and I started this one, which is, there's 4 sections, and each one I have to do 3 times. So I'm almost done with my second repeat of the sections. Once I finish, I have to do this part again. So it repeats twice. And then I'll be on my last repeat of it, or last section. And every section, he changes the colors that you put together. So it's always kind of like, oh, what's gonna be paired up now? And some of the same colors pair up, but it might be in a different pattern, if that makes sense. Yeah. So there we go. This is my Moherino medley. And I did throw in, because I didn't choose, like when you look at the colors, like when Stephen West did his, you might have a dark, a medium, the lace, and like 2 of mine, my lace as well as one of my solids was the same color, so it kind of threw things a little bit. So every once in a while I change up like there's two rows between each section, and this color right here was supposed to be blue, and I didn't want the blue going into blue, so I threw in another speckly color, which, I mean, you can't tell that it's any different, but it makes me happy to like be using your stash and stuff. It's, yeah, it's a good stash dipper right here. So yeah, it's about there. It's gonna be a long one. My husband's like, you don't even wear shawls. This is a scarf. It might be a blanket, so I will wear it. And I do like the rectangular type shawls. I feel like maybe because they're easier to wear. Okay, anyway, okay. Oh, this one, okay, Papa sweater. I got super excited. I'll have to say, once I finished the color work on the Papa sweater, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be really big. And I hadn't tried it on yet because I kind of like to wait till I separate the sleeves to get a better idea. But then I realized she does, and I call it shaping. It's not like hard shaping, but she does, I'm not gonna say a lot of short rows, but several sections with some short rows in it to kind of make it shaped. So I guess it is shaping. And then she does some decreasing in the body because it is pretty wide. But the sleeves, it comes down. So anyway, my point is I got super excited and I couldn't put it down. I forget what night I was working on it. And my husband's like, oh, maybe you can finish that. I'm like, ooh, I don't think I can finish that. But because I don't know, I get like antsy and I want to work on something else. So maybe I could have, I'm not sure. Maybe it was Friday night that I was working on it. So I did try it on, and it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. So this is the front, and I will turn it around because this is where all the short rows are. You can see I've done much more. And she had some short rows on the sleeves as well, so my sleeves are separated. And I believe I have, I like when I sit down and I'm talking with you guys, I like to look at my patterns because sometimes I'm just going and I don't do that. To see, I think she has, on the Papa sweater, she does a really good job of sectioning out. So like you can sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna finish this section, so to speak. And yeah, so this is where, yeah, okay, I'm on section 13 here. And then I do this, and then I think it's the sleeves. So I'm like super excited about it. And I feel like I will, right now I'm saying I'm not gonna like soap block it. I think I'm gonna spray it and make sure all my floats get stretched out. I think that's what I'm gonna do, spray at least this part of it, because I don't want it getting any bigger or you know, stretchier. So anyway, so the Papa sweater, super fun. Cadence and I also have, you guys are probably familiar with the drawing sweater. Kind of similar to this, which is why I have my yarn for it, of course, but I haven't casted it on because it's similar to this. So I thought, let me finish this one. And now I'm super jazzed because I feel like I'm gonna like the way it fits more than I thought it was gonna, if that makes any sense. So that's the Papa sweater. And that's the one my husband, who was watching, wanted me to finish. I was gonna say something. Oh, the sweater I'm wearing is Sapilla. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. It's a Caitlin Hunter sweater. She has some really pretty color work. It's fingering, and I think she had the pattern. Actually, I picked it because of the pattern she has. In the pattern, she has long sleeve, and there's some color work down here, which I thought was gorgeous. But by the time I finished all this, I was just ready to wear it. So I did the short sleeves. But I was looking today, and I have some other yarn in my stash, and I'm like, okay, I want to do another lightweight sweater, whether it's a tee or just, you know, long sleeve, just fingering weight. And I came across another one of her patterns, and I'm trying to make that work, I think, and I forget the name of it. It starts with an N, and it's kind of a crop. You don't have to wear a crop, and it's like solid here, and then she has color work at the bottom, which I thought was kind of interesting because normally this is the boring part. So stay tuned for that. All right, what's the next one I have? Oh, the Peach Fuzz. So I have not had enough of this one where I want to put it on pause yet. Maybe in the next few weeks. Figure out we're April. But I'm making way on it. I got a little nervous because I was thinking maybe I'm too tight, which I'm never a tight knitter, but like I went back to check what gauge was, and I wanted to make sure that I had done it correctly. Like maybe I was supposed to change, you know, and I just forgot. Anyway, my gauge is fine, and I tried it on, and it is going to be roomy enough without being huge. Again, thank goodness. And these sleeves are going to be really drop sleeves. So my plan is to do 3/4 length, and I'd have to look. I think in this pattern she has them pretty fitted. I kind of like when those sleeves are fitted and you make them 3/4, and then you don't have to worry about pushing them up or anything. But anyway, I have gotten into my second ball of red. That's always very exciting, and I need to get, I think from here down is 20 inches because I think there's some more, the ribbing is in a different color or something. And I think I'm over the halfway mark. So I think like in maybe 11 inches. So I just kind of pick this up when I don't really feel like starting something new or having to look at a pattern, which can get you in trouble, by the way, because you do need to eyeball that pattern every once in a while, and just knit away. So yeah. I think I'm using, which made, when I realized it's like 5 or 6s on this. What was our thing say on worsted? I guess that's in, well, 7s, but I tend to have to go down on my needle size anyway. All right, so that is Peach Fuzz. Again, a worsted weight. And I'm doing some different things with my colors. I think she had like 4 or 5 colors, and I'm not doing as many colors. All right, Peach Fuzz. All right, let's go to the heart again. And I have, is that Mr. Fuzzy Goat? A lot of visitors today. Okay, so this I did seam it up. I hate to hold it up, it looks big, but I don't feel like it's gonna be that big. Like that's the front. All right, so I seamed up the sides, whoop whoop, and I left it like a little slit there because my front is, can you see it is a little shorter than the back on purpose. And I seamed up the other side, and I have, so this pattern, because the sleeves are supposed to be in this pattern as well, and we had decided early on that we would just do a knit, but since the pattern is going on, she has you do the sleeves flat. So I am not doing them flat. I'm gonna try to pick them up because I'm doing stockinette and just knit, which shouldn't be a problem. I'm not anticipating a problem, but there might be a problem, which means I'm gonna have to kind of figure out the decreases and such. But I was super excited because I got to use my sleeves are on a 0, and I got our Chiagu shorty set. So this is the first time I'm using it. I'm kind of excited about that. And they have like 3 cables and interchangeable, and so yeah, I'm using 1 cable and my little 0 is so cute. So that's where we are. I haven't been able to try it on my friend Trisha yet because she's on spring break, and at this point I don't know if it matters, but I do want to figure out, I think she wants her sleeves long, so I gotta make sure I'm doing the decreases so they're not too big, yeah, I have to see how she likes them. Anyway, so that is the heart again that I've been working on a long time. Sorry. And we do have some of this yarn in the Spud and Chloe Super Fine, right? Super Fine? Is that what we call it?
Just fine.
Just,
fine.
it's just fine. It is just fine. And
it is really fine.
It's really fine. And it's we have it in the tutu color and the sidewalk color too, as well. So let's go. Heart again. All right, so my new cast-ons. Let's go with Look Squirrel first. Of course, Look Squirrel is a cardigan, so it is done flat. Oh, that's what I was going to say. My mom, when my parents love to watch my live, so hello, Mom and Dad. They tend not to watch it live, but later. And Mom was asking me about the cardigan, and she said, "Oh, well, you've decided to do those in stockinette, didn't you?" I just think it's funny, like when she uses the terms, you know, or even my husband for that matter, that I went about my knitting. I just think it's funny. Okay, so this is the beginning of my Look Squirrel. Pink is normally not like this light pink, not my thing, but this is the Madeline Tosh DK in the fragrant colorway. Can you see it? And from the minute we got in the store, I'm like, I have got to make something with it. I didn't know what. I thought maybe even something for my sister. But when we started talking about this class, I'm like, I am gonna do this colorway. And I'm super happy. So I'm gonna show you the balls too. So there's just some other stuff going on in there, not just pink. It's really cool. Madeline Tosh DK is really nice to work with. I think in my Papa sweater, the flowers and the white is the Madeline Tosh DK. So other than that, this is the first time I've done my Madeline Tosh, and I did my little gauge swatch, even hung it up, y'all, with some on a hanger to see how it was gonna, do. Pretty proud of myself. I have gotten so it's cardigan top down. She has an option of short rows or no short rows for my class, and I decided I wanted short rows. Cadence did not do short rows, so it'll be just interesting to see the difference. We are actually making the same size. The short rows are done up here in the back to help it lay better, but we'll see. We'll do a little test and see. We can tell the difference. Cadence had made hers in the whatever the finish size 40 is. I want to say I'm going to be guessing. And I'm glad that she had in the shop because I tried it on, and that is what I'm going to make as well. I probably would have gone up to the next size, but it doesn't close, so it doesn't have to be, really fitted. It's just right here. So I am doing the finish size of 40 inches as well. And so far, what I've done is the seat stitch at the neck, and I've finished my short rows. So they're all done right here, and you can see how that's working out. And, this pattern calls for, I'm going to do a little swirl in here. It calls for the wrap and turn short rows, which is fine. But I have found that I prefer the German short rows. And normally I just use German short rows. But for this pattern, we're going to do the wrap and turn, and I hadn't done it in a really long time, and it's fine. I can't tell where I did it, so that's good. So for the class, we're going to be doing the wrap and turn, and I won't even tell you what just went through my head, because every time I say wrap, I think of rapping like music, and I was going to do a little jig, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so that's the fragrant colorway. It's beautiful, and I think we have it. We're getting some more in the DK. I think we have some fragrant in fingering as well, I think. All right, so the last one that I cast on, I just got, this actually started last week. I think it was Wednesday night. And I even updated my Ravelry, y'all. I'm trying to do that, like I said, on Sunday nights. All right, so this one is the Joni. I think it's just Joni. J-O-N-I. Oh, and I don't have to, excuse me. Trying to see if I have a quick picture I can show you. I do have the lace pattern. Here, I think I got it. My filing system leaves a little. It's fine for me, but this is the chart that I'm going to be using for the lace work. Going up, and it's done flat. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe it's backwards since you're all backwards. But let me show you the picture. I think Alicia from Knitwise showed me this when she was up here, and I just fell in love with it. Found the picture, and I happen to have yarn and a stash. That's just the best feeling, like when you, I'm sorry, when you have yarn that you know you love, that you're going to find something for it. All right, I'm not making a lot of noise. Sorry. 1 second. Here it is. Okay, I don't know if you can see the lace. Let me do this. You might be able to see the lace a little bit more. So there's just a panel in the front. There's no, it's just one. Here's it's a little cap sleeve. So I think you don't even need to pick up for the sleeves for anything, not even the ribbing. So it's super cute. She has an option of doing the bottom straight, I believe, or curved. And there was another option. Oh, you can do some shaping. And I think I am going to do the shaping. So here's maybe a drawing that might show you a little better. Yeah, so the Joni. So I had, from when Copper Corgi was here, I want to say it was was it a year ago? I can't remember. I gotta make sure I'm showing you the right way. She had some of the 100% silk. I think we called it Shoreline, or she called it Shoreline. And I love this color, and I can't remember what color it was. We have cashmere, and we just got some more cashmere in, not in the silk, but in the wool. And I've always loved this colorway. And again, I knew I loved it, so I grabbed a few of these. And you start in the back, which is here, with this little ribbing up here, and then you go down. There's some short row action going on. I think after, yeah, okay, up at the shoulders, up there, and on this side. Then what I do, I put them, then you knit down to here, and I put these on hold. You can see I've got my little stoppers on here for the hold. Then it had you come over to the front side. So now I'm at the neckline, and you're gonna pick up on the shoulders. The first time I did this construction, I thought, oh, that's unusual, but it's fun. So I picked up here on the shoulder, and then you did some short rows in the front again, and then you come over to the other side, and you do some short rows. Then you're joined in the front, and that's where I'm gonna start my little lace work and the panels. So this, I've got to figure out, I think right here. Yeah, here's my markers. I have to figure out, it's just one repeat, but I showed you all the chart. It's a very long repeat. Not 90 stitches like the Papa, but here it is. How many is it? Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of stitches. And I think it's done just once. But there's some other stitches in there, so I want to put markers. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but there's markers that I need to know that it's always going to be the same. Does that make sense? Like this is always knit through the back or purl through the back. Like there's some of those, and then there's some purling, some knitting. For myself, it's easier if I put markers in there, so that, and then a marker when I'm going to do something different if I can. I'm not even sure I can do that. Anyway. So that's the Joni, and it's been super fun. I've really enjoyed it. So, and I like the yarn. If y'all have any of this, it's nice. It's a little thicker. So the pattern Joni calls for a sport weight or heavier fingering, not a real light fingering. Hello. And this kind of works. It's somewhere in between there, so it's worked out really well. So that's what I got. We still have Ryan's yarn here for a little bit. I think we're getting ready to send it back. If you think you want to check on anything there, fuzzygoatyarns.com. And that's all I got. I look forward to catching up again next week. Let us know if we can help you, if you need to help picking out some yarns for Little Squirrel or any project. And I would love any ideas that you guys come across for summer sweaters. I'm kind of thinking of a color work summer sweater. Text us, email us, or call us. Look forward to catching up next week. Take care.